is just cashing in checks, man. Jim Lampley needs to be the anchor of that. He needs to tell everyone else to shut up. Let me call this fight, and then you guys give your opinions during the round or something. But the whole just talking while a fight's going on, I'm really over it now. Call the fight. That's what's exciting.
It was Triple G's birthday this past weekend.
What is he, 39 now?
He's perpetually the same
Poor
age.
guy. Poor guy. Shit's just passing him by. Hopefully they give him $1 million, Lee. I don't think he might not get Canelo. Might not get it. Looks like there's going to be a stall on that money. De La Hoya doesn't have to budge anymore. There is no budge. There might not even be a huge fight. The only one's going to sell tickets is Canelo. I mean, I think there's a lot of people in America that know Triple G, but as far as laying down money to watch him fight, no, they're not doing it. It's happened twice. They're no numbers.
And to end off our day.
That's all the news.
Well, there's two other stories.
Okay, go ahead.
Which one do you want? Do you want the Don King story?
Oh, I didn't even hear that one.
Oh!
Go ahead, run with that.
All right, I'll go with Don King and then Kelly Pavlik.
Okay.
Let's go with... Hold on, let me click and get the story correct. Don King is getting sued.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, by one of his fighters who's fighting this weekend, which is even more
yeah,
amazing.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
I can't actually find nobody actually wrote about it as an actual news article, which is hilarious. What happened was they don't even give the details. Like, they aren't giving the details of why he's suing him. They're just...
Well, you know what it is. Someone found out he was making $1 million for the fight, but Don's only giving him $60,000.
Yeah, but Don got him the fight. This guy hadn't gotten a championship.
I get all that, but sometimes it's the same thing with Mayorga.
Here it is. Hatley suing him before his title shot. All right. So they give no details. Hall of Fame promoter Don King thought he had seen it all, but here it is, right? Charles Haley, 2 weeks before his title shot on April 22nd against Jermell Charlo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good...
I don't think this has ever happened to me in all the years I've been in boxing, said King. Charles Hatley comes to me with his lawyer, manager, and father and asks me to help him get a title shot. He signs a promoter's contract, and I turn around and land him a mandatory championship fight with Charlo. Charles is the same fighter that couldn't get a title shot previously under his previous promoter. I turned around, and he comes to me to help him, and I deliver a title shot. Here's a fighter who's won 9 straight fights, has a great lifetime record of 26-1-1. I deliver him a title shot. King made a deal to co-promote with Al Heyman after Hatley signed a promotional agreement, then followed up by signing a bout agreement. This is the craziest thing I have ever seen. Charles is getting ready for a fight, and he changes lawyers, and this guy has Charles sue me after that. After that, I have done for him and his father. They don't actually explain what they're suing him about.
We know what it is about, though. It's the money, Lee.
Money. Of course
it's the money. You know what? He says this never happened to him, and he's lying. It's happened numerous times where fighters try to back out of fights as they approached it because they found out how bad they were getting screwed on the money part. Ricardo Mayorga came right to mind when you were saying that Don King goes, I've never seen this before. Ricardo Mayorga tried to strong-arm Don King for that De La Hoya payday. He actually pulled out of the fight and stood in his room. I believe there was a delay and everything. He was eating pizza and drinking soda that afternoon because he just told everyone he wasn't going to do it. Don King was making the millions of dollars, not me, so why don't he take his ass in there and fight? And eventually, you know what? I believe Don went to De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, try to have them help him talk Mayorga out of it. They told Don King, this isn't our issue, but there will be lawsuits if he doesn't enter the ring. So Don King had to up Mayorga's purse to get him to fight De La Hoya that night.
And finally, my favorite car crash, Kelly Pavlik.
Poor guy.
Youngstown, Ohio, former middleweight boxing champion Kelly Pavlik is being admitted into Mahoning
He's not
County
Jermaine.
Drug
He's
Court.
not Jermaine Taylor, but he's
not,
getting
but he's
there.
close.
Yeah, he's getting
he's
there.
real close.
Yeah.
After pleading guilty to assault and breaking entering, the one-time middleweight champion appeared before Judge John Durkin on Thursday, an earlier indictment on 2 counts of felony assault, and the new charge of breaking and entering. The assault charges stemming from an August 2016 incident where Pavlik allegedly fired a pellet gun at Brian Bailing while both men were at Pavlik's Canfield home. The new breaking and entering charge was filed in connection with an incident sometime between October 24th and November 21st, 2011, where Pavlik was accused of trespassing in a home on the 4600 block of Hopkins Road in Boardman. The charge was issued by the prosecutor in the form of what is known as a bill of information, where a suspect agrees to plead guilty instead of having the case heard before a grand jury. Judge Jerkin handed down 6 months suspended sentence to Pavlik. For the less serious assault charge, the drug court sentence was issued in connection with the breaking and entering plea, and Mahoning County drug started in 97, blah, blah, blah. Pavlik faced other legal troubles in prior years. In 2015, Westfield police charged Pavlik with assault and disorderly conduct for an incident outside the Foo Fighters concert.
Something tells me that
he's a mess.
That they still call him champ, though. I think even when the cops handcuff him, they're like, "Come on, champ."
He's not actually getting charged with shit, and he's done stuff that.
And
how do I say
he's
this?
their champ, bro.
Black. I'll say it. If he were black,
we knew
he'd
that.
be in jail.
Yeah. No, of course, no. But he's not. He's there, Rocky, man. Yeah, you leave him.
God, he's white.
Like, come on, champ. What are you doing?
Pavlik is so white, he's got a white last name. They should change his last name to White.
And did Bernard Hopkins ruin that, man? One fight, Lee. One fight, and just totally threw his whole career off.
Want me to go back to how great Kovalev is again?
Hey, it's going to be, man, that fight's going to be insane. Yeah, I can't wait. This whole year is actually, Lee, it's actually looking pretty good.
No, in 3 weeks,
hey,
the fight of the year.
It's not.
In 3 weeks is fight of the year. Say it!
What?
Say that!
What? Say what?
3 weeks is fight of the year.
No.
Yes.
Are you talking Canelo Chavez?
No.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking Klitschko.
Oh, sorry.
Joshua.
That could be yes, Lee. There's so many storylines coming out of that fight.
It's gonna break the bank. Look, Anthony Joshua is so confident he's gonna beat Klitschko that he's actually laid out a 5-year plan of who he wants to fight and what he wants to do all the way up till retirement.
He wants to make $1 billion. He said that's good.
That dude has got his shit dialed in. He is a team. He runs it like he's like a young Klitschko. He's got it all laid out in front of him.
He's got to fight young. That's what, Lee, you know how you beat these older guys? You got to fight them young, man. Make them push themselves to what they haven't done since they're back in their prime when they're going up the rankings. You got to make them be that guy. That's all Joshua has to do. And I believe he wins this fight because he's got advantages everywhere. You know, this is all about timing. It's always about timing. This is his time. Just fight like it.
He's got one big hurdle, and after he's done with that hurdle, he's right. He's got a clear run to the finish line.
Yes, he does. And some
but
big
this
names.
is a huge. If he's looking anywhere near, because Klitschko's been pretty active on social media, and I'll say this about Klitschko: he just sounds like a batshit crazy guy, like an old Mike Tyson. All he's talking about, I'm obsessed with Joshua. I'm literally obsessed with him and beating him.
Yes.
If I can't beat him, I'm done.
Endless on the storylines. And you got Tyson Fury announcing the comeback.
Oh, Tyson Fury can suck my gonads.
He's fucking fat. I'll tell you that. He's really fat.
He keeps saying that he's the lineal champion and nobody's beating him. Yeah, bro, because you didn't fight him.
And Billy,
I don't understand when fighters do that. I'm the lineal champ. Nobody's defeated me. Dude, when you drop the belt in the trash, when you walk away from boxing, when you claim that you've got mental disabled issues, like any of that shit.
Drugs.
You lost.
Drugs.
You lost. You broke the chain. Drugs, depression, dropping belts in the trash. He's a fucking mess.
Joshua has that fight, though. Lee, let's just say picture perfect. He gets past Klitschko, right? Now he's the big thing. Tyson Fury, all he has to do is get past this Char. Manuel Char? I think it's Manuel Char that from over there in the UK. Yeah. Get past him.
There's literally
nothing
left in front of them.
They have another 90,000 seat sellout though.
Yeah.
Fury versus Joshua is gonna break that record again.
Do you honestly think that the PBC would allow?
No, I told you that. I've been saying that, Lee. These guys are so scared right now. The only thing I like about what the PBC is doing is that they're actually putting their fighters out there, and now they're getting big time ratings to where
Here's what I think. I think they might actually do it, and I'm going to tell you why I think they might actually do it. It's a $100 million payday if it's in England.
Yep.
And they might want to cash him out before he loses to a nobody.
Exactly.
Because he's going to get a hold of somebody who's just hungrier one day, and that's going to...
Lee, you went out. That was you. Come back. That's you, bro. I'm all green. There you go. Now you're back.
I don't know why it said that. It said microphone not detected. Hold on. And I know it clicked over to my other microphone. Now we're back on the snowball. It just locked up. That was very weird. That's a lot of news, Andrew. We covered a lot of news, Andrew.
Good.
Are you happy now?
Well, yeah, and we got to help the boxing world, Lee. You showed me there's people that are depending on this show on Sunday.
No, there aren't people depending on this show.
Oh, we don't have shows that are following the show?
No, there are shows that are
following
this show.
And that actually come on Monday?
that actually come on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
You will never see me following the show. Sorry.
I don't understand that. That's a little strange.
Lee, this is the only reason why I don't. I would never want to be accused of taking something. Listen.
Well, I'll steal somebody else's headline.
No, I don't like doing that.
Shameless.
Yeah, well, that's you. But I'm telling you, that's why I really stood away from that. I've been accused of that one time, a long time ago, because the way I was writing, I don't know if the guy thought how I write and how I talk were two different things, so I must get the writing somewhere else. And it really pissed me off.
You must.
Yeah, exactly. I know, right?
I know the secret. Does everybody want to know the secret? I know his editor, and she's really good.
Right.
And since you're sleeping with your editor, I think that's in the family. I'm going to call me crazy, but I think that...
So that's what happened there, and I got really upset, and so I don't follow people's shit anymore. It's all me. Everything you hear on Fight Net, I was going to say Fight News. Sorry, Lee. Fight Net Radio, you're hearing from me. That's it.
You get a lot of... There are a lot of similar stories that appear in other people's headlines pretty consistently. Perhaps we have the same mindset.
That's what I like to think.
It could happen, right? They could have the same thought.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody ever has the same thought as me, so that when I say something that I know is flat out in left field and batshit crazy, and then I see it somewhere else, those are the ones I question.
It doesn't bother me. Take it. Take it is what I say.
We got Berto coming up this weekend, right? Is that this weekend?
Are you Berto and Porter, huh?
Isn't that this weekend?
I don't know, Lee. I'm a little off on the fights. I'm sorry, bro.
Okay, hold on. We must. I think. let's give credit to our friend. Wait, hold on. And I think we're gonna use boxing schedule, upcoming fights. There we go.
Can't be, because they haven't said anything.
Oh, they're giving away tickets. Credit to Dan Rayfield, who does all the hard work for all of us. Because he doesn't really have decent commentary at all. I don't. Dan writes the biggest fluff pieces.
You start talking shit about him.
Fucking badass bastard.
Poor guy.
Every time I see him, I'm afraid he's going to put it together one day, and I'm just going to have to sit there. Do you think he knows? I always wonder. I'm sure somewhere along the way it's been something shitty, right? And he knows. It didn't help when I was on CBS at all, right? All right, so this weekend is the 15th. And what do we have? What do we have boxing this weekend, you might ask?
Sullivan Barrera. That's a HBO.
Sullivan Barrera, HBO Latino.
Ah, HBO Latino. I don't know if I have that one.
If you're in Los Angeles.
There goes your mic again.
There.
Nice.
There.